To Mary's surprise, he made a small fire on the stone. Once upon a time, in a quiet village named Omana, nestled among the green hills and rivers of Cross River State, Nigeria, there lived a man named Ben. Ben was a fisherman, known for his skill and strength in catching fish. Every day, he would go to River Aqua, his favorite fishing spot, and return with a huge basket of fish. No one else in the village could catch as many fish as Ben did, not even the older, more experienced fishermen. People were amazed by his success, and even his wife, Mary, was curious. She loved Ben dearly but started to wonder if he had a secret way of catching fish. Sometimes she'd ask, "Ben, what's your secret?" But he would only smile and say, "It's just hard work, Mary." One day, Mary decided to uncover Ben's secret. She was a clever woman and came up with a plan. That morning, as Ben was getting ready to leave for the river, Mary quietly put some dried corn in a small bag. She made a tiny hole in the bag so that corn would fall little by little as he walked. This way, Mary could follow him without being seen. Ben didn't notice and walked off toward the river, with a trail of corn marking his path. Once he was out of sight, Mary carefully followed the corn trail, making sure to keep a safe distance. She was excited but also nervous about what she might find. When she reached the riverbank, Mary hid behind some bushes. Peeking through the leaves, she saw Ben sitting by the river, just as he always did. But then something strange happened. Ben walked over to a big, flat stone, the kind that was perfect for sitting or warming up by a fire. To Mary's surprise, he made a small fire on the stone. Then, without warning, Ben jumped into the river with a huge splash. Mary's heart raced as she watched, barely believing her eyes. After a few moments, a giant snake emerged from the river, gliding gracefully over to the stone. Mary was terrified and wanted to run, but she couldn't move. The snake looked like Ben, and somehow, she just knew it was him. The snake slithered up onto the stone, its scales shimmering in the sunlight, with a mouthful of fish. One by one, it led the fish onto some large leaves near the fire, warming itself by the flames. Mary was shocked and felt her heart ache, seeing her husband as a creature of the river. Mary ran back to the village as fast as she could, her heart heavy with sadness and confusion. When Ben came home that evening with his usual basket of fish, Mary and their children just stared at him. No one wanted to eat the fish, not even Mary. She felt like she didn't know her husband anymore, and the children were frightened. They loved their father but felt uneasy knowing his secrets. Ben saw their worried faces and realized that they must have found out the truth. Feeling hurt and alone, he knew he couldn't stay with his family anymore. Late that night, while everyone was sleeping, Ben packed his belongings quietly. He looked at his children one last time, whispering a soft goodbye, and then he left, vanishing into the darkness. The next morning, when Mary and the children woke up, Ben was gone. Mary felt a deep sadness in her heart, knowing that her curiosity had cost her the love and presence of her husband. She told the villagers what she had seen, and they all gathered to search for Ben, hoping he would come back to his family. The villagers searched for days, following Ben's tracks to River Aqua. Near the river, they found his fishing net and his old wooden staff, left lying by the water's edge. They knew in their hearts that he had left them forever. The villagers planted a tree near the river to honor him, and over the years the tree grew tall and strong. Its branches seemed to reach out, as if calling to Ben to come back home. But Ben was never seen again. People in Umana still tell the story of Ben, the fisherman who became one with the river. The children of the village gather by the riverside, listening to the elders speak of Ben's bravery and the mystery of his life. They remember him with love and sadness, and whenever they see the tall tree by the river, they feel as if he is watching over them. To this day, the people of Umana say a prayer whenever they fish in River Aqua, asking Ben's spirit to bless their catch. And so, Ben's story lives on, a reminder to the villagers of the mysteries of love, family, and the river that gives life to them all. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.